part of our work at this time of year in a difficult season, as much as it's a season of joy, is to treat ourselves gently and to hold our own griefs and losses tenderly, neither running from them or pretending that that's not real, pretending that's not part of how we feel, nor at the other end, being consumed by them, sinking underneath them. Our work as people of faith is to hold the fullness and the complexity of life. And so we come to this ritual to name a blue Christmas. I'll light 4 candles, introducing each with a piece of poetry, and invite you after I light each candle to respond together. May they know peace. May we know peace. May I know peace. And then to sing together. We'll sing, I Know This Rose Will Open. The first candle we light to remember those persons we have loved and lost. This is called Watching My Friend Pretend Her Heart Isn't Breaking by Rosemary Watola Trommer. On Earth, just a teaspoon of neutron star would weigh 6 billion tons. 6 billion tons equal the collective weight of every animal on Earth, including the insects times 3. 6 billion tons sounds impossible until I consider how it is to swallow grief. Just a teaspoon, and one may as well have swallowed a neutron star. How dense it is, how it carries inside it the memory of collapse. How difficult it is to move then. How impossible to believe that anything could lift that weight. There are many reasons to treat each other with great tenderness. One is the sheer miracle that we are here together on a planet surrounded by dying stars. One is that we cannot see what anyone else has swallowed. The first candle we light to remember those persons whom we have loved and lost, to remember the griefs that each of us carries inside us, lifting that weight, bringing it with us through each day. We pause now to remember the names of those people we grieve, their voice, their face, the memory that binds them to us in this season. I invite you to say their names aloud. Add them in the chat if you wish, or remember them in the silence of your heart. Into this circle of company and care, we give thanks for their lives living in ours. May they know peace. May we know peace. And may I know peace. I know this rose will open. The second candle we light is to redeem the pain of loss. The poet Patricia McKernan Runkle writes this, called When You Meet Someone in Deep Grief. When you meet someone in deep grief, slip off your shoes and set them by the door. Enter barefoot the darkened chapel hallowed by loss, hallowed by sorrow, its gray stone walls and floor. You, congregation of one, are here to listen, not to sing. Kneel in the back pew. Make no sound. Let the candles speak. The second candle we light is to redeem the pain of loss, the loss of relationships, the loss of jobs with the security they bring, the loss of health in ourselves, in family members, the loss of joy and peace in our lives from the stress which surrounds us, the loss and loneliness we experience when our loved ones do not honor the purpose and meaning of our lives, do not honor the people that we are. We gather up the pain of the past. We remember it so that we can bring an intention to release it. So I invite you again to name aloud a loss, or in the silence of your heart, or add it into the chat if you wish, and to join me in saying, may they know peace. May we know peace. May I know peace. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. The third candle we light for those who experience a loss of direction or purpose. William Stafford, the poet, writes this called The Way It Is. He says, there's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you're pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it's hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. When tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of that thread. The third candle we light for those who experience a loss of direction or purpose in their lives. Their sense of connection to something greater than themselves, outside their perception or grasp. The third candle we light, remembering all the times that the people we love, the people we care for, have lost the thread and seek it again. May they know peace. May we know peace. May I know peace. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. The fourth candle we light as a sign of hope and abiding love. This called Cutting Loose by William Stafford. Sometimes, the poet writes, sometimes from sorrow for no reason you sing. For no reason, you accept the way of being lost, cutting loose from all else and electing a world where you go where you want to. Arbitrary sound comes, a reminder that a steady center is holding all else. If you listen, that sound will tell you where it is, and you can slide your way past trouble. Certain twisted monsters always bar the path, but that's when you get going best, glad to be lost, learning how real it is to be here on earth again and again. The fourth candle we light as a sign of hope and abiding love, available to us at all times, even when we can't feel it, even in the seasons of dark nights, the sun is shining. We invoke that which is greater than all our understanding, called by many names, Spirit of life and love, God, mystery, sacred source, ever-renewing wellspring, mercy beyond mercy, life itself. And we share a word of prayer and hope aloud for all to take in and make their reality and make our reality. May they know peace. May we know peace. May I know peace. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. Friends, will you pray with me, offering a word of memory and hope with these words by Tom Schumann? All around us are the sights and sounds of Christmas, the laughter of party, the song of carolers, the shouts of children sledding down hills, music in every store, every station. But deep within us, we carry our pain. Our grief walks with us every step we take. Loneliness is the shawl we drape over our shoulders on empty nights. So in this time, when every night stretches into eternity, we come to you bringing our gifts, not gold and frankincense and myrrh, but the grief. That's the empty space in the closet filled with memories. The loss, that's an injury which never heals. The bitterness, 2-day-old coffee. We've come from different backgrounds and different families and different faith traditions to be here together. But we have all lived in the far country of despair. We've all wandered the land of shame. We've built our lives in those neighborhoods peopled by empty dreams. We've stood on the side of every room we've gone into, hoping against hope that someone would ask us to dance. But find the wall is our only friend. In a season when so many people don't have enough hours in the day to get their lists checked off, their cards mailed, their presents wrapped, we have all the time in the world to remember the loss that's stolen the joy from this season, to grieve over a job, a dream, a loved one we've lost. Space appears for us to take all the time we want to sit there, to sit in the shadows of our homes, too weary to turn on the lights, to wander the streets lit by decorations on all the houses. Our fear of the future, our remembrance of the past, our pain difficult to bear, hard to release, our emptiness not filled by platitudes, all make this a season of long nights, made longer not least because we can't put our hands and arms around our loved ones and see each other face to face. So, Spirit of love, gentle compassion, ease that walks through the world with us, even when we forget it's there. Be with us in our loneliness, in our longing, in our loss, in our lives. Help us to remember what every seed knows come December, that you put your head down to the soil, and when the light returns, you come back too. Amen. I know this rose will open. Will you sing with me? I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. Again. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will